with Jexo, where we scan through the latest news and updates from across the Atlassian universe. In this week's episode, we are going to talk about update to Atlassian's path to FedRAMP, a new Atlassian Marketplace app trust survey that you can be part of, Jira product discovery pricing announcement, Modus acquiring Twybee, improvements to Compass, then the Atlassian DevOps release and the new update for cloud app purchasing on the new cloud building engine. And finally, we will have a look at the article of the week, how Atlassian implemented its own multi-factor authentication library with the time-based one-time passwords. The links for the sources of the topics we are going to discuss today are all linked in the description, so don't forget to check them out. And before we start, just a quick introduction. I'm Nikki, and this is Biro. We are the founders of Jexo, fast-growing marketplace partner building awesome work management apps for Jira Cloud. You can check out more about what we do on our website, jexo.io.
Awesome. And before we start, one quick mention. Last week, we introduced a feedback form where you can give us feedback about Monday Coffee. The link is still available. The form is still available. We got really good feedback so far, but we're looking to understand how we can better this format. So if you haven't already, go on and check the link on the screen now and give us feedback on how to improve.
Okay, so let's start with a quick update. The Atlassian team posted update on their progress toward the Federal Risk and Authorization Management Program. In the past 2 years, Atlassian has seen huge progress on its journey with data residency rollouts and increasing the number of supported users per instance to 35,000 users, and soon they are going to be scaling to 50,000 users. And also not to forget about the HIPAA compliance recently. However, even with this progress, the team won't be able to achieve FedRAMP moderate authorization in 2023 due to newly understood expectations and requirements. But the team will be sharing more updates on the Trust and Security Community group, so definitely join the group if you would like to stay up to date with the progress.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. And actually, I have a piece of news related to that, which could have been triggered by these updates. So this one is for Atlassian administrators out there dealing with installing and managing apps from the marketplace. Atlassian is looking for feedback on security and trust requirements in your organization for apps you use. The team published a survey to get your feedback on encryption, data storage, authentication, and many other security practices. Your input is crucial to Atlassian and vendors like us, so do please take 10 minutes of your time to feedback on this. And as a bonus, Atlassian will donate $50 on your behalf to charity.
Oh, that's some really great news. Well, definitely do give a feedback, and I think it's nice to support some charity as well.
Link in the description. Go ahead.
Well, now let's have a look at the long-awaited news for Jira Product Discovery. Jira Product Discovery is soon moving out from beta to general availability. But what that also means is that Jira Product Discovery is getting its own pricing model. So in this post, you can find thoughts on the upcoming pricing and how it could look like. There will actually be 2 plans available, free and the standard plan. So the free plan allows only 3 creators, which are the users who can use the tool, and the unlimited number of contributors, which are people who have mainly read-only access. So if you have more than 3 creators, you will move to a standard plan from the free one and you will pay $10 per user. If you have any questions or feedback, you can leave a comment on the post. There are team members from the Jira Product Discovery answering every question.
That's interesting. You know, I've actually not even realized that product discovery will be charged separately. I've always thought, I was under the impression that it's something similar to, for example, next gen, team manage and company manage projects. Is it not part of Jira, like your Jira software?
It is not. Yeah, so you can create a Jira product discovery project when you're creating your Jira project. So it does look a little bit like next gen creation, but it's not, and you get charged for it separately. So it's very similar to Jira Work Management, which also gets priced separately, but it looks like Jira. So yeah, a bit confusing, but you can end up with quite a pricey Atlassian bill after this. So I would definitely recommend managing your licensing properly there.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. Anyways, let's move on. Another week, another partnership announcement, with this one in the solution partner world. In that regard, Modus Create has been in the news quite a lot, and they're back with their fourth acquisition this year. Last week, they announced that the team at Twybee, a French Atlassian Gold partner, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, will be joining Modus Create to help the company consolidate its footprint in Europe. Twybee is a well-known partner that's very active in the community, and the two teams working together will for sure bring more thought leadership and marketing initiatives in the Atlassian ecosystem, and we're all looking forward to it. So congrats to both of the teams on this deal.
Oh, congratulations to Modus Create. It's really nice to see so many acquisitions from other vendors in the ecosystem as well. So
is the autumn of acquisitions.
Exactly. Well, now let's have a look at the new improvements to Compass. Compass is getting a really great update, which is a new homepage. New homepage is a single place where you can learn and get updates about software architecture, teams, and Compass components. New homepage will help you answer questions like, for example, did my team ship the latest feature on time? Or are there any incidents that might affect myself and my team, and so on. So if you are using Compass, have a look at this new homepage and let us know what you think.
I don't know, I feel that every single week I keep on saying that I'm gonna one day start using Compass and look around and so on. Well, maybe we can get our team to finally look at it, because I feel that I always never have time for it.
Yeah, I think I was understanding quite well Compass in the beginning, but more and more updates the software started getting, I'm getting a little bit lost. I think it's very engineering focused product, so it's not too much on the product managers like myself.
It looks more DevOpsy nowadays. Right, moving on. This week in Atlassian events, we have quite a few partner organized and Atlassian community ones. A good chunk in person, which is interesting to see that we're already kind of moving to in-person events more than ever. Tomorrow is packed with partner organized in-person events like CVOS, exploring asset management and migration in Sweden, or the Metoda Atlassian Awards happening in Israel. Then Thursday, Idalco is inviting you for a chat about ITSM in Antwerp, Belgium. Onto ACE events side, the week starts today at 5 p.m. Eastern European time with a virtual event at the Sofia based community, with a talk from AppsVio founders about JSM and support teams. The week of ACE virtual events continues with the Atlassian monthly Happy Hours on Thursday and a workshop on Friday about building with Forge. There's also plenty of local in-person ACE events you can attend this week, so do navigate to Goosely Calendar for all of these events details.
So many events in the Atlassian ecosystem, but also so many improvements to the Atlassian product this week. So let's have a look at the next one. You might have already seen some of the improvements to Open DevOps in your Jira, and this community post is a great summary of them. You can find a Create Branch button in your Jira issues that auto-generates your Create Branch terminal command. But because different teams have different standards when it comes to branching strategy, you can configure how these branches are auto-generated as well. Another improvement is the new code tab in your Jira project, where you can find a PR activity feed in the last 30 days from this project, basically issues from this project. And last, you can see the status of your PR at a glance on the Kanban board, which gives you a bigger picture about a sprint or the status progress without needing to go to the issue details itself. So I think these are really, really great improvements that our team is definitely using as well. So I can recommend checking it out.
Are we using all of these new updates already?
We do have because we do use Bitbucket together with Jira, so we have everything very nicely connected, and we also have a branching strategy to include the issue key. So then it all nicely connects and you can see all progress in Jira issues as well.
See, it makes me sad when I asked, are we using these with our team? I'm so detached from engineering, and coming from engineering and building our first apps, it just feels sad that I don't know these things. Right. Talking of engineering, the next couple of things are for you developers out there. So first of all, the billing team at Atlassian has been rolling out a new shining billing system for customers, and last week they announced the deployment date for the new billing engine being replaced for marketplace apps as well. So as of 28th of November, basically a week from now, customers and marketplace app developers should expect licenses to be transacted on the new billing system. But what does that mean for app developers like us? Well, this is a new system we should expect future improvements from, like the massively anticipated app editions feature, receiving customer contact details for free apps. So free app maker out there can rejoice that now they can get the customer contact details. Also better user experience for customers and partners to manage subscriptions, and many more. There's also some changes to the mechanics of the licensing data and APIs. So have a look at this developer forum post if you build marketplace apps. And next up, keeping the focus on developers. This week for the article of the week, we have something of interest for you. Atlassian engineering team published an awesome and informative post detailing how they built their own multi-factor authentication mechanism and replaced the prior off-the-shelf one. They call their custom library for authentication one time, so the number one in time, one time, and it's actually released as open source, which means y'all devs out there building SaaS solutions can use it as well. And why did Atlassian build their own time-based one-time password system when there are other established solutions out there? Well, a couple of reasons, like implementing RFC 6238 and RFC 4226 standards, which many of the off-the-shelf solutions don't have, as well as generating the timed unique URL using Google's key URI format, and using property-based testing to enable better testing scenarios based on a wider range of variables. I'm not going to get deeper into technical here. The article does that for you. So if you're keen in understanding how this open source library works and how you can use it for your benefit in your application, check out the article in the link below. Yeah, really super insightful week for developers. It seems like an overall team this week for developers.
So many new improvements and events. I'm surprised there was so much happening last week. Well, that's about it for the news about Atlassian. Unfortunately, I hope that you enjoyed Monday Coffee with Jexo with us, and don't forget that links for all the topics that we discussed today are linked in the description, so don't forget to check them out. And for you not to miss the latest and greatest from the Atlassian Ecosystem news, make sure that you subscribe to our Jexo YouTube channel.
Awesome. We'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.